The Hy-Vee Sanford Legends for Kids charity events and clinics is celebrating its 20th anniversary, and it certainly seems like Mount Vernon native Chad Greenway has been there for all 20 of the football camps. Well, he actually missed last year, but the former Minnesota Viking linebacker was back for the football camp and joined by some other familiar faces. Vikings fullback with the Minnesota Vikings, C.J. Ham, back for his second straight year, though he used to work for this camp when he played for the Augustana Vikings. Former South Dakota State Jackrabbit and current Detroit Lion Zach Zenner also joining in on the fun for the first time, something that was easy to do knowing how much it means to the kids and community.
I've done a lot of Riggs camps down here in Sioux Falls, but it's exciting to be here and participate in this one, which is, has a lot more history behind it.
From me being a player, I thought this was like kind of it. And I thought the Legends experience was kind of just the football camp and having guys like Chad come back and be the celebrity, but actually being a part of it now and seeing how many legends they bring back and how many different sports they touch, it's awesome to see.
It's been so fun to see this thing grow to the new venue it's in, the size of the banquet last night, and the auction, the items. I mean, it's really incredible, the number of clinics, the people they're bringing back. It's amazing what they do for this community.
The Sanford Pentagon played host to a martial arts camp headlined by Sioux Falls native Ben Wynn. The 30-year-old has been an MMA fighter for the last 13 years, fighting in the UFC since 2015. Ben's hoping to shake off a 3-fight losing streak, which dates back to last year.
I've got a 3-fight contract with them, so I just did one in April. And I got 2 more fights left in Japan for Ryzen. So my next fight will probably be around October, we're looking at. So I'll get back into training shortly after this camp.
Well, over at the Sanford Fieldhouse, the Legends baseball and softball camp also featured some regulars in Tim Laudner and Ken Herbeck, and for the second straight year, Hall of Famer Johnny Bench. There's certainly a bit of added buzz this year for baseball, with the Twins having one of the best seasons in recent memory. Laudner and Herbeck played for the Twins teams that went from last place to world champion, very similar to the story that's playing out so far.
As far as it reminding me of our team, I've never played in a team that's won this many games before that early. So right now they're a better team than I ever played on.
Somebody's going to jump on the bandwagon some way, somehow. And our Minnesota Twins ball club is playing pretty good baseball right now. They continue to hit the ball out of the ballpark, even though I've been saying all along that they're not trying to. Their strikeouts are down.
As for those first-place Twins, they began a series with KC on a weekend that'll see them retire Joe Mauer's number, so this is fitting. The catcher, Mitch Garver, breaks a scoreless tie in the 8th inning with his 11th home run of the year, a 2-run shot. That would be the difference in the game. Minnesota just rolls on. They take it by a final of 2-0. Well, speaking of rolling, at 15-10, the Sioux Falls Canaries are in first place in the American Association's Southern Division at the quarter pole mark of the season. This week, they have a chance to further entrench themselves with second-place Lincoln coming to town for the first of 3 on a gorgeous evening at the Birdcage. Birds up, and it was actually Birds are up 2 in the standings on the Salt Dogs entering play tonight. Lincoln jumped ahead, though, in the first. Kurt Smith with a 2-run double, and it's 2-0. Birds would cut that deficit in half in the home half, thanks to this guy, Mike Hart. One of the deepest parts of the yard, no problem for him. Solo shot his 3rd of the year, and it's 2-1. Bottom 2 after Lincoln had hit a home run of their own. Ale Lago answers with a laser that hits the railing over the wall and left. That's another home run, and that makes it 3-2. And then in the bottom of the 4th, Trey Santos is going to lift off in a big way. Strong, long, and plenty gone into the parking lot for the big fella. That tied the game at 3. Canaries would take the 4-3 lead, and to end the game, Mike Hart threw a man out at the plate as the Canaries get the victory. 4-3, they roll on. Legion Ball, the 32-team Dakota Classic, beginning play in 6 sites and over the area. Brookings opening the tournament with defending Legion State champion Rapid City Post 22 at Augustana. Bottom of the 1st, Bandits get their first run on an RBI ground out from Jacob Schoon. Next batter, there's a wild pitch to the screen. That scores Parker Reichhouse, and it's 2-0 Bandits. However, the Hard Hats would battle back. Top of the 7th, they had some dogs that could hunt. Ryan Bachman thought he left the yard with this one. Somehow it's going to stay in and hit off the wall. Was good enough to score a run, though, as Rapid City Post 22 hangs on to get the victory by a final of 5-3. Renner, one of the other sites, they took on Lee's Summit out of Missouri on a glorious evening. Long way from Yankee Stadium, but right away in the 1st inning, Renner's on the board with a well-hit ball from Will Waschenberger. He drives in Stam Stukel. and it's 1-0. This game would be a pitching duel most of the way. Whipping in for a strikeout is Reese Arbogast to keep the score at 1-0. Both defenses playing pretty well as well. Another breakthrough for Renner as Andy Moen hits one to the shortstop. Error on the throw, though, going to allow Nick Hoekstra to score. That made it 2-0 Renner. At least Summit rallies to get the win, 3-2. That tournament continues tomorrow and runs through Sunday. Expedition League, the Summer College Baseball League, well underway as well. The Hub City team out of Aberdeen visiting Source Valley in Minot, North Dakota. Great play at shortstop by Luke Glasgow to turn that one up for the Hotshots. However, the Saber Dogs of Source City would catch fire in the third inning. Mason Dennison rockets one down the left field line for an RBI double. That scores a run to give Source Valley the early lead, and they weren't done yet as Cruz Taylor will hit a cruise missile out into right that the outfielder has some trouble with. As Aberdeen, the Hub City team, goes on to fall 5-0. That series continues tomorrow out in Minot. And also Trey Pipkins officially signing with the Los Angeles Chargers. The third-round pick, USF alum, could be a starter on their offensive line this season. We're back in 1 moment.